whakarongo ki te tangi a te korimako. Kōrero flowing out the hook of force. Kaupapa relevant, kaupapa out of bounds, kaupapa exigent, kaupapa paramount. Nā kona whakapiri mai ki te kaupapa tino whakahira hira whakarongo pi kari kari mai. Hare hare mai, o Taringa hare hare mai. We gotta gather up close everybody. Gather up close everybody. Kani move that body. Kani move that body.
E ngā kāwai nui, e ngā kāwai roa, tēnā koutou katoa ko hoki mai ki te whakarongo, ki tēnei punua pāpāho, pāho irirangi, iarangi rane, ipurangi?
Ipurangi?
Yeah, podcast, Taringa!
Tēnā koutou katoa.
And ane anō māua, ko taku hoanei, te puaheiri, a.k.a. Snow, ko peke. E miha tu ana kia koutou. We're back with Kupu. So we'll be talking about an aspect of te reo Māori or the overarching theme of something from te reo Māori. Kiwaha. Our kiwaha for today is...
Turituri warawara.
Turituri warawara, bang bang. I really wanted to do that. I've just learnt this kiwaha.
Yeah, I've just, it's become more apparent these days. Yeah.
Yeah, turituri warawara. Well, I just learnt it like within the past few months. I actually had to ask what it meant. So now I don't know what every single kiwaha means. You know, and you never stop learning.
Aye.
And I had to ask what it meant because I was hearing it being used quite a bit.
Yep.
And then when I learnt what it meant, I liked it. Now I use it.
Yeah, I think my initial guess was right because I thought it was an onomatopoeia, if that's the right word. It's just a descriptive sounding word of someone when they're turituri warawara.
So turituri warawara means blah, 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 blah,
blah, blah, blah, blah.
So when someone's talking and, you know, there's lots of context we could give. Someone's bloody chewing the fat or lying or there's turituri warawara or they're going on and on and on. You're like, oh, turituri warawara.
Yeah, so you can add that to the kiwaha we've used previously was kōrero, and you can add it to that one in their context.
Yeah.
Kōrero, turituri warawara.
Yeah, and you heard that intonation in there and his stress on the turituri warawara. That, as we've said before, it's how you say the kiwaha as well. Not just what the kiwaha means, you've got to say it, right?
That is a Māori attitude to the emphasis on certain pronunciations, like how you say kua, poko ngā.
Aye. And with the turituri warawara, it's actually intensifying it.
Aye.
So you're saying, oh, going on and on, blah, 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 and it's more intense.
Yeah.
And the same if I was to say, you know, oh, have you done that? Kua mahi a ketia. Oh, I've done it ages ago. Yeah, so it's the emphasis you can do in there. Those are those little nuances of te reo Māori. So koe nā tātātou kiwaha e te iwi, turituri warawara. We always have a bit of a competition amongst ourselves, see if we can use it, you know. We end up just making up ways we can use it.
We had in little contexts and segues to drop it in.
Nō reira, tēnā tātou, ko tā tātou kaupapa, kōrero, i tēnei rā, mo te kupu, we are going to be talking about te reo kare a roto.
Kare a roto, aye.
And if you don't know what kare a roto means, I could be wrong, but I think wharehuia coined the word kare a roto. It sounds very wharehuia to me. I could be wrong, but it's actually a new expression that's come about, I would say probably in the past 10, 15 years. And kare is ripple.
Aye.
You know, it's not kare like kia ora kare.
Hey kare.
Tēnā koe kare. Hey kare. No, it's ripple. If you were to break it down in a roto, within.
Within, aye.
It could mean something you feel strongly about, but generally speaking, now it's used as a word for emotions within you.
Aye. That's
stirring within you. So koe nā te kare a roto, so it's emotions, it's feelings. We'll be talking about te reo kare a roto. The kupu, expressions, sentences that you use when you're feeling a particular way. And what we think and what we feel has a huge influence on what we say.
Aye.
For instance, you go to any hui Māori, it's better if you have a kai before the hui. Strategically, the kai will be before the hui.
Aye.
Depending what time the hui is, and sometimes there's a kai before and after, because there's nothing worse than having someone in a hui that's hangry.
And the kaupapa's a big one.
Yeah. Ko te reo kare a roto tēnei. Our emotional state at the time will guide us or dictate what we will say. Sometimes we can't hold those emotions. You know, sometimes you're trying to do the poker face, but it's written all over your face. Wow. You don't have to say a word. Yeah, so ko te reo kare aroto tērā, and I roto I te reo Māori, we have lots of examples of te reo kare aroto in our mōteatea.
Aye.
So our traditional waiata, our haka, within our performing arts.
Aye, with all in our arts. It's,
in our oratory,
Aye.
both in karanga and whai kōrero, in whakatauki, our proverbial sayings, in kiwaha, he reo kare aroto, and in our kupu whakarite, our metaphor and simile, our figurative language, he nui ngā tauira. Ko te reo kare aroto tērā.
Aye, and I think a good indication of the type of language used is just looking at the explanation of kare aroto. It's so descriptive. The ripples within.
That's right, the ripples within.
It is very indicative of how the language is used.
Yeah, while it's easy to say, you know, when you're feeling angry, tētai whakatauki, kia iti tō māngai, kei puta te ngākau whakahi. It's something like that.
Oh, yeah.
If I was to translate that, I'd say, you know, make your mouth little in case how your feeling is shown.
Shown, aye.
I think in that instance, if you're angry or you're feeling untoward somebody, sometimes that's easier said than done.
Aye.
Koe no, koe nā te tehi tauira. But we're people, he tangata tātou.
And I think that can speak a lot towards the first response towards something, which initially is an emotional response and an impulsive response.
Yes.
So those are cues, or how one should control their emotions, I guess.
Yes. So I've got a few expressions here that we can talk about, and that might lead our kōrero.
Ka pai, I don't have many.
Yeah, we'll just go with the flow, eh?
Yeah.
We'll just go with our kare aroto.
Our kare aroto.
Ka pai.
Nāria.
This one, I think this one's interesting. Kua piki taku wairua. Why I like this expression is it shows the connection that we have. Our wairua has an influence at the time, so that your wairua is your wairua is your wairua.
Aye.
I don't want to get that's another wānanga.
Yeah.
There's lots of sayings too with wairua. You can say, oh, he pewhia te hui. How was the hui?
Yeah.
Oh, he pai te wairua.
He pai te wairua.
It had a good wairua about it.
I tau te wairua.
Yeah, I tau te wairua. That's another saying.
Yeah.
You know, you go to a whare, someplace. Oh, he pai te wairua. O tēnei wāhi. Oh, it's got a nice wairua here. Or this person's got a nice wairua about them. And, you know, someone might be listening and thinking, are you spiritual or something? You know, it actually happened to me yesterday.
Oh, yes.
Well, I haere mata ki roto te ngahere, and I was talking to this lady I met, who then was whanaunga. We made a connection, and I said, oh, Uncle's got a lovely wairua about him. And she said to me, oh, are you know, do you... But this is the feeling I got off him.
Aye.
You know, mōhio tātou.
Aye.
And so, kua piki taku wairua, if I was to translate that very rough, my spirit has been uplifted.
Aye.
Why I wanted to talk about this one is to show the connection of the wairua to the person, how they feel.
Yes.
Neha, and that's very, very important. One saying I've heard is whakahe I te tangata, whakatika I te tangata, kaua, engari kaua e patu I tana wairua.
Aye.
So correct somebody, disagree with them, you know, have it out with them, but don't attack their wairua.
Aye.
Because that can really bring them down.
And you can see it on social media to see this, so it's a good context where you can critique the work of others, but to go personal, that's when it's patu wairua.
Yeah, patu wairua tērā. And a wairua has a huge connection to how you're feeling.
Yeah, connected to your morale, the way you...
So I've used that one. Kua piki taku wairua.
Yeah, pai.
If I was to wrap a context around how to use that, like maybe I'm feeling down and, you know, somebody comes to see me, you know, to offer their support, and I'd say, oh, kua piki taku wairua. You know, I'm uplifted. My spirit is uplifted because of you. We've talked about a few wairua ones, using the wairua in that sense in terms of emotion, how you're feeling. And one that there's lots of expressions to do with is your ngākau.
Aye.
And another one that's the same as kua piki taku wairua is one I hear quite a lot of the kaumātua use, and I use too, is kua ora taku ngākau.
Aye. Kua ora taku ngākau ki te piki praeira.
Tika, I didn't think of that. What would be your take on that, kua ora taku ngākau?
Kua ora taku ngākau. Before I forget about this, do you ever feel that feeling of uplifting it, and it's a breath through your nose and it's a tingling, it's an excitement? Anyway, if you get it, message us. But kua ora taku ngākau is a lift of morale. I've got this scenario playing over my head. You're in the trenches in war, you've got no ammo or something, and then all this corned beef gets dropped off, and ko ora tō ngākau. You know, small things like that can happen to you. It's a silly scenario, but
It
that's
could be, well, another one is not silly. It's another situation or, you know, context of using it.
Aye.
Another one is when you go somewhere,
Aye.
you know, a special place to you know, ka ora tō ngākau.
Aye.
Hey,
Yeah.
how you feel. I feel much better, I guess.
Yeah.
I feel better because of that. Kua ora taku ngākau. And ngākau, people just think ngākau means heart.
Yes.
Ngākau can be your seat of emotion. It has a connection to ate, which is, we might get into, we'll talk about
Yeah.
ate
That's a
later. But ngākau is your seat of emotion. And one expression I use sometimes when I'm talking about how I'm feeling as opposed to what I'm thinking, and when what I'm thinking and how I'm feeling is sort of at war with one another, could be ko taku hinengaro kei te whakai, engari anō taku ngākau.
Aye.
Which means my mind agrees, but my heart doesn't.
Does it? Yeah.
And
So,
in this context, your heart, well, not heart, your ngākau, I should say, and because heart really is, ngākau in this instance is talking about your feelings.
yes.
So my thoughts think that's okay, but my emotions don't. How I'm feeling doesn't. Know that it's not quite right. And it can be the other way around too.
Aye.
Kei te whakai taku ngākau, but kare a hinengaro i te. Why I like that expression is it shows the connection between, and in roto i te ao Māori, te whakaaro Māori, are they different? I mean, we talk about hinengaro and we've got a very Western view of the mind of hinengaro.
Yeah.
Now we translate hinengaro to mean mind or your consciousness.
Yep.
But where, i roto i te ao Māori, where is your mind? Is it in
Yes.
your head?
Yeah.
You know, or is it in your ngākau?
Yeah. Or are they both isolated parts of your
Koina hoki.
being? Yeah.
Nā, koe
Or
nei
are
te
they-
reo kare a roto.
Aye. Ka pai.
Koe nei te reo kare a roto.
I guess the good situation is that when there's a decision pending that you must make,
Yes.
and I always like to say to myself, go with your heart. If it seems wrong, then go with that way.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
And it could be telling the truth to someone,
Yeah.
or it could be denying someone of something, you know, but you know within yourself. You
Well,
know,
that's the saying there. Whaia tō ngākau.
whaia tō ngākau. Aye.
You hear that a lot.
Yeah.
And I say I use that a lot. People go, oh, I don't know what to do. And I say, whaia
Whaia
tō ngākau.
Yeah.
Yeah, follow your heart.
Easier said than done, but
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah. Well, sometimes it is because sometimes it can be really, really hard. Sometimes it's easy. Sometimes whaia tō ngākau is doing the right thing and doing the right thing and saying things. Some things might have to be hard discussions.
Yep.
Ne? And when emotion, ko tētahi kōrero, I just read the other day, say what is right and what you feel even when your voice is shaking.
Ka pai. Yeah. Where was that? That was I've seen that too. That was a good one.
There's been a couple of times I've been in that situation.
Yeah, I bet.
And you're trying to control it, eh? You know, but that's your ngākau.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
and you're trying to, but your voice is shaking.
Aye.
And you might not be yelling or anything, but it's just the emotion that's coming
Yeah.
up. So, koina e tahi o aku, hea e tahi o au.
Mo te ngākau.
O mo te reo e tahi kōrero.
What I like about the kōrero kare roto are the descriptive, you know, these descriptive languages. Like,
Yeah.
I like to look at laments because I think you find a lot of description in more tetia. I think
Waiatatangi,
waiatatangi, yeah.
Yeah.
I think pain is almost as easier to describe,
Yeah.
or you're able to embellish with words.
Yes.
Because sometimes it's hard to describe it, but mō huki te mamai,
Yeah.
like a very deep,
Piercing.
piercing.
The pain is piercing.
Yeah, the pain is piercing.
Right into the deeper recedes of my soul.
Of my soul. Aye, kia ora, kia ora. Another word I've heard up where I'm from is ngoto. He aroha ngoto, he mamai ngoto, which means an intense, deep
Kia ora.
sense of that feeling, be it love or be it of pain.
Tēnā koe. And of course, we're talking about love. There's the love for one that's passed.
Aye,
And there's all sorts. And then there's love for one, you know, you want to be with.
aye,
And that'll be different ways of describing what you're feeling.
aye,
And then some of them are the same. Like because that love you're feeling for somebody you can't be with
aye,
brings on grief. Neha.
aye, yep. Hotu te manawa,
Yep.
those types of words. My heart sobs.
Yes.
For the longing
Yep.
or the yearning of someone or something. Yeah. Beautiful language.
I could take hotu ana te ngākau. So the ngākau sobs, or my ngākau sobs. And if I were to personify that and say, kei te hotu a ngākau,
Mm.
And it actually adds another level.
Yes.
By personifying the ngākau shows a deeper, or I don't know, a deeper sense of emotion
Yes. Yep.
to who you're talking to. Māori do that a lot.
Yes.
In our kōrero, we will personify
Personify.
he ngaro.
Yeah. Ate.
Mm.
Hea te tau o te ate.
I believe there's a connection with ngākau and ate,
Yep.
and te tau o te ate. And I think when I said the deeper reseeds of my emotions or my
Yep.
being is your ate.
Yep.
Ate is a part of the body, and you can use it to describe your innards, eh?
Aye.
But in a emotional sense, it's that feeling you get deep in your gut.
Yeah. Yep.
You know, it can be butterflies.
Yep.
It can be gut-wrenching sorrow.
Yeah. Like a sick feeling.
Yes. Yeah, it can
Oh,
be
that-
sick with sorrow. It
Yeah.
can be all with rage.
Yep.
It could be anger. And ate is one that's used profusely in compositions and sayings, particularly when you're trying to articulate your emotional state at that time.
Yes. Very so.
So one is pārawa te mamai ki te tau o taku ate. So the pain is right
Yeah.
right in there.
Right in there. Yeah. Yeah.
Again, the deeper reseeds of your emotion.
Yeah.
Yeah, and in this case, your pain.
So I think when you're thinking of this, is to not think in an anatomy sense, but of a feeling sense. Your seed of emotion.
Yeah.
To not try and put a place or a physical space of where that comes from, but where you feel it.
Yeah.
And it is always in this. The
Yeah.
seat of your emotions in your gut.
Yes. People would say it's te reo ōkawa. It's a formal way of speaking, but really I don't think it is. I think it's a way of expression.
Yeah.
I've heard the expression, e poke ana e te kapua pōuri.
Aye.
I'm weighted down by the dark cloud. Now, I wouldn't say that in English. I'd
Yeah.
say, I'm just feeling,
I'm feeling down.
I'm
a
feeling
bit,
really, really down.
feeling a bit
that's what-
despondent.
But yeah, but to say, ko poke au e te kapua pōuri, I'm hard pressed by this dark cloud upon me.
Aye.
Now, that's painting a picture of your emotions, how you're feeling. Ko te reo kare aro tō tērā.
Aye. And a lot of people say no words can express. And I think to speak descriptively is probably the best way, or if not the only, a good way. And when we name emotions, I think that's science.
Yeah.
Putting a name to something.
Tika.
You don't need to say much to speak descriptively for someone to understand or realise, actually, I know what you mean.
Yeah,
Through human experience, you know what a person may mean.
absolutely. You know, we go to tangihanga and actually not just tangihanga, but it could be just honouring somebody and you want to tell them what you feel about them. This is in te reo. A saying you hear a lot is kare taia e au aku whakaro mau te whakakupu.
Aye.
Aku kare aroto mau te whakakupu. So I can't articulate or express with words how I feel and think about you. Now, when I do hear that, I know that they're telling that person how much they're feeling at that time.
Yes.
But I wonder, when I do hear that, can you not express what you're feeling because you're feeling too much at one time?
Yeah.
Or is it because you haven't got the ability to express what you're feeling?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
wonder that too.
And sometimes I think it might
Yeah.
be a bit of both.
Yeah. I like to think that by the way that they deliver it, that it shows
Yeah.
that they are using it, and it could be a way to start their expression.
Yeah. And then you got to be careful, eh? Like, I mean,
Yeah.
if we were to get into te reo kare aroto, how you're feeling, if we had to drop lines to say, not that you and I need to, but, you know, if there's any of our listeners out there want to try the pick-up lines on people,
Yeah, yeah.
not even pick-up lines. I mean, sometimes we've talked about this. You learn these kupu whakarite, figurative language, and kupu whakaniko, embellishment. You can't be o te maka.
Yeah.
Because it can come across as quite corny and cheesy.
Well, you end up, some people going, oh, turituri, warawara, this fella.
Yeah,
Koro,
turituri, warawara.
koro, Yeah.
Yeah, that's not fair because I wanted to say that.
Yeah, you set me up. Thanks for that.
Yeah, no, I was setting myself up.
So you get one, I get a point and you get an assist.
Oh, turituri, warawara. Yeah, I got one.
Yeah, you go.
You learn all these expressions and you have to be subtle with how you use them.
Yeah.
Use them with class, you know.
Yeah.
With class, you know. Don't use 10 of them all at once.
Yeah.
On somebody, e te tau, taku ate, again, that's an expression of
Yeah.
endearment.
Aye.
So you're saying the strings of my, te tau taku ate, oh, my beloved.
My beloved.
Te taku kuru pou namu, my treasure. taku huia tūrai, the treasured huia feather upon my... And if I heard all that all at once, I was going, oh man,
Oh,
turituri,
man.
warawara.
Yeah, that's enough, babe.
Yeah.
What do you want?
Yeah. Te reo kare aroto, ko te reo kare aroto.
Aye.
If you're going to use those kianga, those expressions, you need to feel them.
Yeah.
Don't use them because you know them
Yeah.
and it sounds cool. Me pono. You're saying it because you feel that about that person. I was just thinking of it's a whakatauki. It's in line with this kōrero, and it's pū ana roto ke ana waho, which means you feel like this, but you're saying this,
Yeah.
and you're expressing, so you're not actually being true to how you're feeling.
Yeah.
You know, saying all these good things about a person, but really inside you're thinking,
Ugh. Married at first sight.
yeah, oh, hamiti. You know, something like that?
Yeah.
So, koina te whakatauki te iwi, pū ana roto ke ana waho.
Ke ana waho. Ka pai.
Feeling one thing, but saying or expressing something else.
Sincerity, eh?
Koina hoki.
Yeah. Sincerity
And
is
you know, and te mutangi ho, ka mōhio koe, you know when someone's speaking from the heart
Aye.
and they're being pono.
Aye.
Kei te taumata koe o aku whakaaro.
Oh.
So you're at the pinnacle of my thoughts. Ne. So
You got tired legs.
Yeah. And I think that one again shows the connection between thinking and feeling.
Yeah.
So that's one, e te iwi. Kei te taumata koe o aku whakaaro. Kei te mātāmua koe.
Ka pai.
Mātāmua koe aku whakaaro. You're first and foremost
Aye.
in my thoughts at the moment, ne? And again, the connection between whakaaro and ngākau
Aye.
shows the connection of whakaaro, thoughts, hinengaro, our conscience and consciousness, and feeling. So, pai tērā, kei
Pai.
te taumata koe o aku whakaaro. With whakaaro again, kei te tōtara wāhi rua aku whakaaro.
Oh, ka pai tēnā.
So my thoughts are split into
yeah.
like a tōtara. Now you're thinking, oh, that doesn't sound... But you're in trouble
Yeah, yeah.
if you were to say that.
You're in conflict with yourself.
You're in
eh?
conflict with yourself.
Aye.
And, you know, if you're listening thinking, oh, what's so bad about a split tōtara? A split tōtara in two means that you can't use it what it was for. Tōtara held a lot of value to our people and still does in the building of homes, houses, particularly wharenui,
Aye.
carvings for the wharenui, and of course for waka, for canoes. You'd have to use it for something else. And to say, kei te tōtara wāhi rua aku whakaaro, my thoughts are split in two. Like a tōtara that's been split in two, you're saying, well, I'm in two minds, I'm in a lot of trouble here. Koina te te.
Yeah, pai tēnā. Write that down.
Yep.
I did.
It's not all doom and gloom, though.
No, it's not.
This is one I've heard Timothy use when he finds something so funny.
Aye.
Other than saying, oh, hā te kihi tērā.
Aye.
Hā te kihi e te iwi means hard case.
Aye.
One I've heard him say, and I use it, is kaori taia te kata te kuku.
Kaore tae te kata te kutu.
Te kuku.
Ke kuku.
Kuku means to, you know, you could also say kare taia te patero te kuku.
Ah, yeah, 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 yeah.
I couldn't hold my laughter within me.
Yeah, yeah.
So that's expressing how funny you think something is. You feel that that's really, really funny. Kare taia taku kata te kuku.
Pakaru te kata.
Yeah, and that's a kiwaha.
Aye.
Again, overcome with laughter that I was just felt a bit.
Yeah.
I guess.
Cracked up.
Yeah. Another kiwaha is when you're feeling happy or really, really pleased is
Aye.
wehe ana I te reka reka.
Oh, ka pai. Wehi ana I te reka reka. I'm elated.
Yeah, I'm elated, I'm happy. And again, if I was to translate that, I'm separated from the sweetness.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
We've talked about kiwaha. If you translate, it doesn't say what you actually mean.
Yeah.
So that's a good kiwaha to put in the pocket if you're feeling happy about something or pleased. And there's lots of words for, there's tūranga hākua.
Yeah,
the
that's
one we use a lot is harikoa, eh?
Yeah.
Or koa. It's meant to be happy, joyous. Another one is tūranga hākua. Pleased, feeling content because of something that, you know, feeling good. Taka ahua reka.
Taka ahua reka. Aye.
That's a good one. And huro.
Huro.
Is another one.
Aye.
Mana hau.
Ah, yeah.
Mana hau. E mana hau ana. Again, there's another words to express, oh, e mana hau ana. I'm feeling, you know, feeling really, really good. Feeling really
good,
happy.
Yeah. You can see when in mihi as well, ngā mihi mana hau kia koe.
Yeah.
All that stuff.
And uruhau is the other
Uruhau.
one.
Ka pai tēnā.
So you got a few kupu there te iwi that you can write down.
Ko te mea nui, whakamahia.
Yeah, exactly. Whakamahi ana
Yeah.
kupu nei.
Yeah.
Again, we're gleaning.
Yeah.
And we kei te rere I te kahu o te wai,
Yeah.
as wharehui would say. We're just on the surface of the water. Kare te ruku. We could just talk about a whole episode of the language you'd use when you're sad.
Yeah.
The language you'd use when you're in love. And speaking about love, we talked a little bit about mō tētea.
Aye.
I never really understood waiata aroha. I understood tangi because we've all experienced a sense of loss when we lose a loved one, and I can understand where the composer was coming from.
Yeah,
in
you can see
the laments,
Aye.
the waiata tangi. I can understand. I never understood waiata aroha. I thought I did, and it wasn't until ngā huia, a few years ago now, she went and lived in Dubai for about 8 months.
Ah, kia ora, yeah.
And I'll tell you, man, I was writing the waiata aroha.
Yeah.
She might have read some of them and thought, oh, turituri, warawara.
Tiri, warawara e
But, I think whether she remembers, I think I only sent her one. And coming back to te reo kare aroto, getting the expressions out is a healing.
Yeah.
You need to get it out of you. Feeling it and thinking it is one thing, but when you say it, it's a release.
Very, very much so.
Hey,
Yep.
in a good way, whether you're feeling sad, angry, you need to articulate your thoughts,
Aye.
even if you're feeling negative about something.
Aye.
And this is another saying, kua piro aku whakaaro.
Ko piro, ai, kia ora.
And piro means rotten. What's a nicer word than piro?
Oh, rancid.
Rancid, yeah. So that's not good when, kua
Yeah.
piro aku whakaaro.
Yeah. Well, imagine, if you're talking kare a roto, and we're talking it as, a body of water, imagine that body of water being poisoned or rancid with bad thoughts.
Kia ora.
To find a descriptive word for you to look at. Yeah.
When I wrote that waiata aroha, I understood
Ah, ka pai.
what those kaitito mua, those famous composers in Māoridom, and you can read in the books of Apirana Ngata and Peitahuri Nui, Ngā Mōtete series and others, traditional songs of the Māori. I knew what they were on,
Aye.
Nothing
Nothing like experience, human
Yep.
experience or
Yep.
personal experience. Yep.
Koina.
Yeah. There are times where I do write something for my mako, my partner.
Yeah,
And it would be, say, an anniversary, birthday.
yeah.
Tōna rā whānau te rānei, hare ui tau kia pēlan.
Oh,
Um,
yeah, ora tō hene lani.
taku tārake i te rangi.
My,
The soul star in my
yes,
sky.
the soul star in his sky.
I can't do it in English because it seems corny.
Exactly.
But to show my sincerity, I will use te reo.
Yeah.
And she knows, she'll go, I'll have to look it up. But she knows that is my utmost sincerity.
That's a good one that people could use. Taku tārake i te rangi,
Aye.
taku whetū tārake i te rangi.
Aye.
The one soul star in my sky. And that's something, you can write on birthday cards.
Yeah.
This is cool kaipapa.
Yeah.
Reo kare a roto. Just the expression i roto i te reo Māori.
You don't have to go far to see it. It's exemplified by our understanding of our natural world. You can see the kupu whakarite. You only have to look at one aspect of our natural world, and in there is a glossary of all types of words and descriptions that you can adapt to your emotions. So I think that's what I like about it mostly, is that they are observations that our tupuna made, in a comparative language. Yeah. Ngā wai toki, over those things, when you're troubled waters.
Yes. While you're speaking about waters, here's one. This can be when you're angry or you're in a state of turmoil. E tuarangaranga na te moana.
Ka pai.
That might be a bit hard for some of you, but if you practice saying it, so the word in there is tuarangaranga. E tuarangaranga na te moana. And it means the sea is of rage. It's all rough. And that expresses how you're feeling at the time. So you could be, angry, feeling really pukiriri. Another one is a bit lighter than that and might be easier for some of our listeners is kua tū ngā pihi.
Ko tū ngā pihi.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah. I think I learned that from our tūhoi whanaunga.
Aye.
I think that's a tūhoi, but now it's become more popular.
Aye.
And it means that the horns are showing.
Yeah. They're up.
Yeah. It means you're really, really angry.
Yeah.
Or they're angry.
They're angry.
Yeah. Oh, there. Pai ia, there. Oh, kua tū ngā pihi.
Ko tū ngā pihi.
Yeah. That's one.
Yeah.
Another one we've got is kua puhi te tero o tāwhiri.
Oh, ka pai. How do you express that in...
Oh, it's like, pai koe, kua puhi te tero o tāwhiri. Yeah, instead of just saying, kei te riri.
Yeah, kei te riri. Boring.
Yeah.
If you're at that standard, try and find other things.
Yeah. Again, we're just we're exposing you to the beauty of te reo Māori.
Aye.
And it's some of the intricacies and te whānuitanga o te reo Māori.
Aye.
Yeah.
I think there's a... you go through stages of learning te reo, I remember, and realising, wow, is there just one word for that? And realising, actually, no. You know, just like the English language, just like other languages, there are many ways to express oneself.
Yeah. Koina hoki.
Tama roto.
Uala te mākona tamaroto.
Ko mākuna tama roto.
Sometimes tamaroto can be ego, and then sometimes it can be your inner self.
Ai.
So it depends how the context.
The context,
Te horopaki.
yeah.
There was the song Satisfy My Soul,
Ai.
translated by Rui and Rana.
Oh, yes, yes.
Mākona tamaroto.
Oh, ko taka te kapa ki tēnei.
Yeah,
I've just
mākona tamaroto. Tamaroto in that sense is my soul, is my inner being, satisfy my soul. That's
pai.
another, shows the connection, eh? I just love it. We're actually talking about the philosophy of te reo Māori.
Yeah.
We've talked about the connection of henengaro to the whanaungatanga, I should say,
Ai.
of henengaro, whakaaro, wairua, tamaroto, and the other one I think we should talk about is Māori.
Māori, kia
And
ora.
there's two expressions I know of that express how you're feeling or your state. One is kua tautaku Māori,
Ai.
or Māori tau, and the other one is Māori rere.
Māori rere, ka pai.
So Māori tau, how te Māori tau ki a koe?
Māori tau is a sense of contentment.
Yeah.
I believe it's a sense of, well, people think of happiness.
Mm.
When you're Māori tau, it is the pinnacle of happiness. Whereas happiness can be an emotion,
Yeah.
but when that emotion leaves, are you still Māori tau?
Yes.
I think that's what Māori tau is.
Another tētahi atu tirohanga o te Māori tau is being in control,
Ai,
and all of those things are tau.
ai. Everything's at the same plane, eh?
And another way of looking at Māori tau is you can actually do a haka and be Māori tau.
Ai,
First time I heard that expression, pai te haka, pai te wana, Māori tau. They're in control of the haka, not the other way round.
yeah. Not the wana.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Or Māori tau tērā waiata.
ai.
Whereas Māori rere, which is a bit different, is sort of like all over the place.
Fitting.
Yeah. Unsettled.
Yeah.
Very, very unsettled. Disheveled due to how you're thinking, feeling, all sorts of things going on. Be
If
Māori rere.
someone's restless, or even when you can speak to someone, they might be just turituri warawara because they're Māori rere. They're like, whoa, where are your thoughts? Where are your thoughts? Here? Come on, kia tau
Yeah.
te Māori.
Yeah. This was an introduction to te reo Kare roto.
Kia ora.
Yeah, I just want to say the language of Kare roto.
Yeah.
Because he nui nā kupu Māori, there's not just one kupu Pākehā, or even 10 maybe that sum up what it means.
Ai.
So Kare roto are those things we've talked about. There's the connection, the whanaungatanga of your feelings, tō ngākau, tō wairua, tō whakaaro, henengaro, tamaroto, te ahu o tō Māori.
To Māori, ai.
Yeah.
So don't rush to the dictionary yet. Just
Yeah.
sit in yourself and see what Kare roto means to you.
Yeah. Nā ka huriki tā tātou waiata, and this was one of the classics of ngā waiata aroha. It's a waiata aroha.
Ai.
It's about being with someone you're in love with.
Ai.
So, anei tā tātou waiata e te iwi, and we'll have a little chat about it afterwards, because he reo Kare roto hoki roto.
Ai.
Me he manu rere.
One of my favourite songs.
Me too.
I still sing it.
It's one of the few memories I have of my kraua.
Oh, yes. That's why, too. I was one of my
Yeah.
songs I used to sing with my nanny. Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, so
and
yeah.
he used to sing it to me. Yeah,
Oh,
mehe
te-
manu rere. So every time I sing the waiata, I think of him. So mehe manu rere ahaue, if I was a bird, kua rere au ki tō moenga, I would fly to your bed. Ki te awhi tō tinana, to embrace your body, aue, te tautahuri mai. My undead one, turn to me.
Turn to me, aye.
Kei te moe tō tinana, your body sleeps. He didn't sing the second verse, I learned this later.
Yeah, same.
Kei te wake tō wairua, but your spirit is awake.
Kei te wake.
Kei te hotsu te manawa, and my heart sobs. Or aue, te tautahuri mai. Simple, and that's where the beauty is, in its simplicity of expression, along with the rangi.
Aye.
Nō reira, koe nā tātā te waiata, and I think that was a good waiata as a waiata tautoko for our kōrero on te reo kare aroto.
Aye.
Yeah.
So for those, get those kupu, write them down and read them through.
Yeah.
You actually go, it's my next Valentine's Day card. You know?
Tika.
Yeah.
Tika, yeah, it's good to go back through the episode, and actually we will pick out some of those kupu and expressions and put them up on the Facebook page. Yeah, later on we'll revisit te reo kare aroto and focus in on some of the kare aroto, pene te pauri when you're feeling sad.
Aye.
Aroha when you're feeling, we
Perplexed.
did that. Yeah.
That's another one.
Koe nā hoki.
Aye.
Hoi no, e mihi atu ana kia koutou katoa. Hope you weren't thinking turituri warawara as we were speaking to you. Hoi no, e mihi atu ana, e hoa he kōrero whakamutunga au.
Kia te kōrero Māori.
Koe nā te
Kōrero tia
kōrero.
aroha tia te reo Māori.
Kei te me noho mātāmua tērā i o tātou whakaaro. Kōrero Māori, i ngā wā katoa, i ngā wāhi katoa, e te iwi, tēnā rā koutou katoa.
Yo, whakarongo ki te tangi a te kori mako. Kōrero flowing out the hook force. Kaupapa relevant, kaupapa out of bounds, kaupapa exigent, kaupapa paramount. Nā ko nā whakapiri mai ki te kaupapa tino whakahira whakarongo pi kari mai. Hare mai, o Taringa hare mai. We gotta gather up close everybody. Gather up close everybody. Kani move that body. Kani move that body.
Taringa. He mea tuku nā te wānanga o Aotearoa. To listen to more episodes, search for us on your podcast app and subscribe. Taringa, whakarongo mai.